Tika.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? I wish all of you well and a happy start to the new year. Okay, first let me introduce myself. My name is Faiza Kusumaarum from University of SUNAN AMPEL, Surabaya. Today, I will present this article entitled Pragmatic Analysis of Expressive Speech Act in the Beauty and the Beast movie 2017. I have 5 tables of contents that I will discuss. First, background of the study. The second, purpose of the research. The third, research method. The fourth, result and analysis. And the last, conclusion. Background of the study. The Speech Act theory explains how language is used in relation to the context, the speaker's attitude, and the effect on the listener. Next. Purpose of the research. This study aims to determine the meaning of expressive speech act contained in the film based on the thoroughly conceptual expressive speech act theory and help the public to understand more about pragmatic and can take an understanding of expressive speech act. Next. Research method. This study used a descriptive qualitative method. First, the researcher watching Beauty and the Beast movie. The second, the researcher reading script in Beauty and the Beast movie. And the last, the researcher writes the meaning of expressive speech act in Beauty and the Beast movie. In the analysis of the kind expressive speech act in Beauty and the Beast movie, the researcher finds 6 expressive use. They are apologizing, blaming, greeting, introducing, praising, and thanking. The most expressive speech act use is praising as many as 30 data. Second, there are greeting with 15 data. Third, there are thanking with 14 data. Fourth, there are apologizing with 10 data. 5, blaming with 9 data. Finally, the least expressive speech are rarely used is introduction with 8 data. Next. Apologizing. Apologizing is described as an expressive of regret. For the example, the context of apologizing situation can be seen at 1 hour 15 minutes 40 seconds when Beast smokes the village with Bell life. Analysis from the conversation, we can see that Beast apologized to Bell. This can be seen from Beast saying, "I'm sorry. Your village sounds terrible," and the word "I'm sorry" is part of speech act apologizing. Next. The second, blaming. Blaming is an expression that is used to say on somebody the responsibility for something done badly or wrongly or not done. For the example, the context of the blame situation can be seen at 29 minutes when Beast talked to Bell. Analysis from the conversation, we can see that Beast blames Bell. This can be seen from Beast's word. Then shouldn't be trespassing her. And the word shouldn't gives the meaning that Beast is angry and blames Bell's present in the castle without permission, who wants to pick up her father. The word shouldn't is part of the speech act of blaming. Next. The third, praising. Praising is psychological statement uttered by the speaker to express their amazement to what the speaker feels or says. For the example, the context of the praising situation can also be seen at 15 minutes when Belle raises the little girl. At the time, Belle was teaching the little girl to read, and the girl was finally able to read. Analysis from the second conversation, we can see that Belle praised the little girl. This can be seen from Belle saying that was amazing, and the word amazing is part of speech act praising. Next. The fourth, greeting. Greeting is defined as an expression of welcoming. For the example, the context of the greeting situation can be seen at 10 minutes when Gaston greeted Belle and started talking about the book that was brought by Belle. Analysis from the conversation, we can see that Gaston greeted Belle with "Good morning, Belle." Next. Introduction. Introduction is used to express introduction to new people. For the example, the conversation happened when Gaston talked with Liviu and introduced Belle as his future wife. Analysis. The sentence, "Look at her, Liviu, my future wife," show that Gaston intends to tell and introduce Liviu at the Belle. So it can be concluded that the conversation above is included in the expressive speech act introducing, because indirectly Gaston introduced Belle as his future wife to Liviu. The last is thanking. Thanking is a psychological statement uttered by someone to give thanking to the listener. For the example, the conversation ensued when Gaston asked the villagers to stop making jokes about Maurice. Analyze this, the sentence, "Thank you." From the conversation above, we know that Gaston has helped Maurice by getting the villagers to stop making fun at him. Maurice was impressed, that is why he thanked Gaston. Furthermore, because the conversation above fulfills the speech act of thanking requirement, we can decide that the conversation above falls into the category of speech act of thanking. And a conclusion, to sum up in the analysis of the kind expressive speech act in Beauty and the Beast movie, the researcher finds if expressive use, they are apologizing with 9 utterance or 10.7%, blaming with 8 utterance, 9.5%, greeting with 15 utterance or 17.9%, introducing with 8 utterance, 9.5%, praising with 30 utterance or 35.7 utterance, percentage, and thanking with 14 utterance, 16.7 percentage. Total of the expressive speech act utterance that found in the Beauty and the Beast movie are 84 utterance. Thank you for listening to my presentation. If there are mistakes in my word of lack of explanation, I apologize to all of you. And Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.